So, some other myths about coffee. One is grind at the store. You guys heard that one before? You should grind at the store because they've got the commercial grinder. It's the really nice burr grinder, so better off to pre-grind there and then bring the ground beans home. In general, that one's a pretty easily debunked one. Going back to all those flavor compounds that are happening with coffee, 1,200 or so different flavor compounds. In reality, a lot of those are super volatile. That means they oxidize, they burn off really quickly. When I was taking barista classes, I was taught that if you pull a shot of espresso, you want to pull that shot within about 90 seconds of grinding, because that's when you start losing a lot of the flavor. The coarser you go, the longer you can go with how long the grounds can sit around. But even for a coarse ground like a French press, you wouldn't want to go more than 15 or 20 minutes before you really start losing some of the character of that coffee. So even if you've got one of the cheap Whirly Blade grinders at home, you're still better off grinding right before you brew that pot of coffee than you are grinding it at the store and bringing it home, because best case it's going to be a day or two before even the first cup happens. Don't even get me started on like pre-ground that you buy in the store that's gassed, and the moment you open the bag and expose it to air, the whole thing is just kind of kaput. So if you can grind to order, that's going to give you a much better cup of coffee. While I'm talking about that, I should also mention grinders themselves. Your most basic version is that Whirly Blade grinder that's 20 bucks or so. I treat them sort of as disposables. I use them for grinding spices. They might last a few years in my kitchen. The problem with them is you get a lot of variation in grind size. You get bigger grounds, you get smaller grounds, much less consistency. So if you wanted to invest in one area of your coffee program, before you look at like the super expensive brewing machines, I would look at a grinder that's a burr grinder that can actually get you a relatively consistent grind. And it's also, this one has an adjustable collar on it. So I can set it for, I know that my French press is at about 20, and it's going to give me the same grind every single time. I don't have to think about it, I don't have to shake things up and look at the Whirly Blade and see is it the right consistency yet. This brand is called Baratza. I don't sell it, so I'm not vested in it one way or the other, but they make a whole range of grinders. Their most expensive is about $1,000, but their entry level is, I think, about 120 bucks. I would much rather spend 120 bucks on a grinder than 100 bucks on a coffee maker any day. And get one of these, a $16 cone filter. That's going to get you a much better cup of coffee than trying to go through a expensive, highfalutin coffee maker.